Hello everybody, Raz here. Today I'm going to be doing a rant on Mineplex, and before you comment down below defending or bashing Mineplex, just hear me out and hear what I have to say about it, and yeah, let's get into it. So the problems. So one of the main problems is unoriginality in games. Very little twists on them and not updating original games. Some examples of unoriginal games are Cake Wars, which is literally just bed wars, Bridges, it's walls, and it has some twists but not really. Draw My Thing, this just goes without saying. Survival games, Blitz has an actual twist, while survival games, not really, but that's okay because survival games is actually pretty okay. Although it's unoriginal, it's on a lot of servers. It's expected to be unoriginal. Mindstrike, Cops and Criminals, and Sky Wars. So Hypixel has an actual twist rather than Mineplex's, which is just you jump in the sky, you fall down an ice bridge, and Clans, which actually Mineplex put a great twist on this, and it's a pretty good twist on faction, so no problems with that. But the one problem is that Mineplex is too easy to ban with it. Like, I'm close with a Clans player who I saw killed this naked person in this Clans game who had bedrock on him, and apparently bedrock was a glitched item, and that person got banned for glitching, and he can't appeal, so that sucks. And all these games get updated a lot when they really don't need to. Like, you can either just drop them or just leave them as they are, because they are pretty fun. There's not too many glitches with these unoriginal games. But some of the original games, like Dragon Escape, which is barely updated, I mean, their last update was in April of 2017, back when I actually played and enjoyed that. Gladiators, you're unable to get rod tricks. I mean, we can all agree on that. It's barely updated, and I'll go more into depth with that later. There's Skyfall, and the only problem with that is that it's 1.9 only. There's Bomb Lobbers, which is in my opinion, is just boring. There's nothing really special about just left clicking and hoping you blow someone up. There's Type Wars, which weirdly enough I enjoyed it, but it got completely removed, so rest in peace. And there's Castle Assault, which it's very vanilla, but it's not really vanilla enough. Like, rushing to middle just to get all these chests, you can get easily jumped. Kits, like if you didn't add kit to it, it would be a lot better, just saying. And the next problem is hackers. So, one's actually, in my opinion, a really good anti-cheat compared to Hypixel, but there's some problems with it. But as clients are getting updated, so should the anti-cheat. I don't hear Mineplex posting at all about Gwen, just from personal experience. Maybe they did, but I don't know. I don't think so. And X-Turtle, so he's pretty controversial, but please, just IP ban him for Mineplex's sake. I know their policy is to not IP banning, it would go against their policy, but the general etiquette of players is to play legit without a client, which X-Turtle is clearly breaking. So if he gets to break a rule, so shouldn't you. And with this anti-cheat, there's always an annoying entity flying above you. Just get it removed, please. It gets on my nerves, and it's like Watchdog a bit, but Watchdog, at least you don't see it for a lot of the time unless you get reported. Then there's X-Rayers. So I've been friends with a closet cheater, and I never knew he was a cheater until recently. He showed that he raided, and he's been raiding this whole time, and he told me there was literally no anti-X-ray on the server, and you could X-ray whenever you want. And I played one game with him, just to see what he was talking about, and he literally got me 24 diamonds in the span of 10 minutes, and obviously I had to go after that, which was kind of sad, but whatever. And the next problem is that Mineplex does not listen to the community that much, or at least not listening to the right part of it. So, for a while, the community has been asking for features in Mineplex such as gem transferring, like a fast and easy method, not the villager morph, shard transferring, another fast and easy method, not the shard bombs, gem to shard conversions and vice versa, which I understand if you can't add that, but like really, bring back AU, and this is back when there was a pretty big player base in AU you could actually fill. Stats properly registering, which it got fixed to some extent, but it was asked for so long and it never got fixed until it was too late when a lot of people left Mineplex. And no cheat plus or NCP, again fixed, but it's been asked for so long. It's been asked for 4 years, and it never got fixed until half of Mineplex's players left. And the leaderboards started to get added right now, like at the moment, but hasn't been but it's been asked for years ago, and it hasn't been added until now. And this is a meme to people who are like, oh geez, on Mineplex, but Lava, Sky, Mystery, Lobby Parkour coming soon. For the past 4 years, there's been signs all over the lobby saying for the past 4 years that these parkours will come soon, but they never came, and it came to the point where they actually removed the signs. But funny enough, there is a lobby with all of these parkours that are actually like incredibly great and incredibly detailed, and I've played all of them and I've viewed some of the parkours, but I'm not sure why Mineplex never put it into use. I mean, if you want to see this parkour, Mineplex sometimes hosts these events, and if you type /server event 1 all caps, then you'll get teleported. Sometimes you'll be put in a lobby with all these parkours, which is kind of cool. And another thing that's community asked for is more PvP styled games, like actual vanilla PvP. And the closest games Mineplex has to competitive PvP is Dominate, but it's too complicated and there's not much vanilla stuff. There's Gladiators, it's really fun, but you literally can't get raw tricks, like you can't. And you never get criticals like ever unless you just jump and hit them, but then you take lots of knockback, which is annoying. And in Gladiators, you get given enough arrows to kill someone if you land all your shots. But in the second match, you have 5 arrows. If you just simply add, like, if you shoot 5 times and you can kill them, that's terrible. There's very little cover in the maps I've played, so you just have to strafe, and it's annoying. And Gladiators, when it was at its peak, it should have been made into something bigger rather than just 16 players, maybe 32 and up, because that would have been fun, more, rewarding, I guess you could say. But yeah, and then knockback, I don't really have too many complaints, but I heard people get annoyed at it. There's UHC, which the only mode that fills up is teams normal. There's no scenarios except that there's a sort of time bomb, but it doesn't even blow up. It just puts your items in the chest, which I'm fine with that, to be completely honest with you. And the scenarios they used to have, like Cut Clean, they got removed because they didn't get as many players. But there's a reason to that, and it's because if you click UHC, the first thing that pop up was the normal modes, so you generally go to them. But if you want back, if you hit the back button and then you hit Cut Clean, then you could get the Cut Clean, but it never filled because of that. And then Mineplex just removed it, what? And the rates for all the ores, I mean, not really gold. I find a lot of gold actually, to be completely honest. Going against my bard in the song. Play the clip. The old Mineplex. Keep on the gold Mineplex. The player soul. Keep on the gold Mineplex. I might not play it, but whatever. But the diamond rates are very low, which doesn't combat X-rayers. As shown in Ultra and Badline, to combat X-rayers, you can just make full diamond really easy to get. And then you'll be able to easily, X-rays won't have that big of an advantage because, finding diamond ore is not that amazing. But in Mineplex, the rates are super low. So when you see a full diamond sword pulling up on you, you're like, oh shoot, I'm screwed, and you just run away. But if you had the gear to combat them, you'd at least have a chance to combat X-rayers. And solo UHCs never fill because a while teams was easier to access than solo, so people just got accustomed to that. And for a while there wasn't even solo, but when they did add it, teams was easier to access than that. And then there's another game that's PvP related, is Bridges. I don't have too many complaints, except sky racing over the void is so annoying, and it should be fixed. But yeah. And I'm not going to be getting into the rebel guy situation, since there's two sides to each story. But yeah, that would have been the last problem. Attention, y'all. It's every day, bro, with your boy, Rizel. So I just wanted to make a quick intervention between these two clips, saying I didn't talk about the community itself, DDoSing, doxing, simply because for two reasons. One, I'm trying to put problems that Mineplex can solve eventually, but the community itself, the people that play the server, they can't really fix that. They're just gonna be toxic and continue to be mean. Some people, that's not Mineplex's choice to fix, so yeah. And also the lack of evidence. I've been pretty lucky, and I've never gotten too competitive with this. I only think I was DDoS'd once. I don't even think that one time it was a DDoS, but like part of me kind of feels like it was, but I'm not even gonna go into that. But so, like, if you look at a former Mineplex UHC player, Hannah XX Rose, she pretty much got doxxed and DDoS because people didn't like her because she was good at UHC. That was pretty much the only reason why. So yeah, that's why I didn't talk about it, but it is definitely a problem. So what these problems lead to is a decline in players, some of the best admins, in my opinion, like Samito D leaving, and Mineplex in general losing money. Like, you can kind of tell by their website, they're making so many sales, none of which are, like, it's taken for granted to have at least a 25% sale on the Mineplex store at all times. And, yeah, so how do we fix this? Well, if you listen to the community instead of putting a map update in lieu of it, maybe that would help a lot. And try updating the original games rather than the non-original games, because they're okay if they are. I mean, I actually enjoy their survival games quite a lot. I like, unlike most servers, well, I'm not even sure about this, but they have a pretty ease of access enchantment table at spawn, which is pretty cool. Sometimes they have it at spawn, but not always. Sometimes you have to go out and find it, but the general location for it is pretty easy to get to, so that's really good. And the anti-rexering, that's really needed. Add scenarios to UHC, and try updating it a bit more. Like, when you updated it so that it went from 80 to 40, that was really good to adapt to the lesser people coming to Mineplex, so props to you for that. And add more PvP related games in general. Like, yeah, you get the point. I mean, if you copied, like, Arena PvP, Hypixel copied that, and no one cared. No one cared. Except for maybe, like, I don't know, Archiebot. But Archiebot copied Hypixel as well, so no one cares. You can copy that, and I think the community will generally be happy. And the last one, just IP ban X-Turtle. I mean, for real. I'm not really against him, but although his main purpose isn't to encourage people to, like, cheat, he's pretty much doing that. He's showing that you can like buy 50 alts for like 5 cents and then just steal their account and ban it and just hack on it. Because if you buy those from Super Alts, I'm pretty sure they're stolen accounts. But yeah, and that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Share this to Mineplex and peace out.